to get rid of this woman as soon as possible. I can only try my best to satisfy her requests. What's the matter? I have a girlfriend who has been a little abnormal recently. She's always at home alone, talking to herself in the air. The way you look at people is also very scary. I suspect he touched something dirty. Don't wait for me to promise. The woman took out another stack of red tickets. Here is a deposit of 5,000. If you can save my girlfriend, I'll give you an extra 20,000 when it's done. And that really moved me. But I still chose to refuse. I'm just a fortune teller. I can't solve this evil thing. But women don't give up. He insisted that I help him and threatened if I didn't do anything. Just get someone to come and smash my store. But I could only bring a bundle of incense and hand it to him. Go to your best friend's house now. Light 3 sticks of incense at the door of her room. Wait for Xiang Guanjing to take a picture and send it to me. Women don't know what I'm doing. But do as I say. About 2 hours later, the woman rushed over. Just hand me the photo she took. I saw 3 sticks of incense burning until the end was 2 short and 1 long. This shows that the dirty things that haunt her best friend are not fierce. It should be an unfulfilled last wish. As long as you can help her end it, wishes can be resolved naturally. For $20,000, that level of adventure is worth a shot. Years later, I took a yellow paper brush and some red thread from the store. Another big rooster from the backyard. Get in a woman's car. Went to her best friend's house. Chatting with the woman on the way, I learned that her name was Zhang Wenjing. She and her best friend Yizi are very good friends. That's why I spare no effort to help him. Soon we arrived at Yizi's house. Zhang Wen actually has the key to her girlfriend's house. The moment the door opens, I couldn't help but give a shivering hug. The rooster that was sitting also immediately crowed. Sure enough, there is something dirty. Zhang Wenjing and I quietly came to the bedroom door. I saw a woman like a puppet, walking around the bed with his head down. He was mumbling to himself. After I came in, the woman just glanced at me. He just kept walking around the bed as if nothing had happened. And I was so relieved. Because if it's a ghost, will stare at me. On the contrary, it is mostly a kid who has no grievances. So I quietly exited the room. Bite through the middle finger, dip a brush in your own blood. Write my birthday on yellow paper. Then the yellow paper is squeezed into a ball of paper. Put it in the cock's mouth. Finally, I took out a red rope. One is tied around the neck of the rooster. The other end tied a concentric knot in my index finger. When everything is ready, I opened the door of the night house. Put the rooster in. Then he covered his mouth and hid outside the door. Chen Sheng shouted bold along the soul wild ghost. Don't take the initiative when you see this ghost. Catch quickly. Hearing the sound, Yizi trembled all over. It was as if he saw something that scared him. Hastily hid in a corner. Shout out to the ghost, don't catch me. I'm leaving his body now. After saying that, Yizi's body softened directly, collapsed to the ground. Subsequently, a translucent figure emerged from a cloud of smoke. This is the first time I've seen a ghost. I'm inevitably a little scared. But I still pretended to be calm and continued to shout. You are a body of ghosts. Why is there still harm on earth? The female ghost hurriedly explained that the ghost is clear. I didn't hurt her. The woman was drunk that day. I went home with her in a daze. Then why don't you report to the underworld? I continued to ask. Hearing this, the female ghost suddenly choked up. I don't know. My body disappeared after I died. No body found. I can't be reincarnated. And I seem to be forbidden by something. Never go too far from the place of death. If Lord Ghost Cha finds my body for me, I will definitely not stay in the world again. After hearing these words, and it dawned on me. The master told me before. After death, if the corpse suffered some abnormal treatment, for example, what's dirty on the corpse? Or the palace of uncleared life got stuck by something in some places, can prevent ghosts from entering the underworld after death. Think of this. I took a closer look at the female ghost. So this is an 18 or 19-year-old girl. There is still a hint of green in the eyes. Probably a college student. And her face is intact. But there is a deep ligature mark on the neck. Apparently she was strangled with a rope. But what surprises me is, the girl's atrium is full. Round the cheekbones, and there is a nest at the corner of the mouth. And here's the thing, he has a mole between his eyebrows. This face. Casual 70 or 80 years old has no problem. That is to say, he shouldn't have died so early. In simple terms, there are only two possibilities. First, he is a scapegoat plotted by others. Second, he may not be dead yet. Just a frightened soul. But anyway, the most important thing in front of us is to find his body. So I asked if he remembered. Where did you die? The female ghost pondered for a moment, said I remember. I only remember my classmate's birthday that day. We were drinking at a place called the Night Bar. After the show ended, someone suddenly covered his mouth. I don't remember anything after that. When you and I nodded. Then stared at this female ghost, said that I will believe it temporarily. Get into my stomach first. I'll take you to your corpse. Thank you very much. The female ghost sat down in surprise. Then it turned into a puff of blue smoke and got into the rooster's mouth. Seeing this, I hurriedly rushed up, sealed the rooster's mouth with fingertip blood. Did it all so smoothly. It was a complete surprise. Could it be that this female ghost just died not long ago? No, I was deceived by him when I just calculated this female ghost face. Her eyebrow line is thin and long. This kind of person is usually very smart. Besides, she looked very flat just now. There was no panic. That is to say, at first glance, he may indeed have been frightened by the attack. But as I got closer, I found out that I'm not a ghost anymore. He saw that I was trying to help him. So I went with the flow. But I don't have a problem with that. He just wanted to report to the underworld. And just as I picked up the attack, a voice rang in my ear. Thank you for being willing to help me, Tattoo. I shivered all over. I was right. He has indeed seen through me. I smiled kindly, pretend not to hear. Then call Zhang Wenjing. Tell him that Easy is all right. Hear this. Zhang Wenjing is very grateful to me. Then he took out a bundle of red tickets from his bag and handed it to me. I took a quick look. At least 20,000. Of course I wasn't polite. After accepting the money and thanking him, he turned and left. I didn't dare to delay after going out. After taking a taxi, he went straight to the night bar. This female ghost is still in my arms and attacking the inside of my stomach. I need to find the body ASAP. Avoid long dreams. Otherwise, one day this female ghost will suddenly become a ghost. Then I'm going to be miserable. Half an hour later, I followed the instructions of the female ghost to the place where he last lost his memory. It's an alley. So I looked around. As a result, 2 traces were found on the ground not far away. It looks like a scratch caused by the friction between the high heels and the ground. This is undoubtedly a heavy, big clue. I quickly asked, was this woman wearing high heels that day? She said it was my surprise. Hurry up and look in the direction of the scratch. The last scratch disappeared at a 3-way intersection. I watched the traffic coming and going. Instant had grief. This woman was probably towed away by car. Where can I find it? I was depressed. Just when I was desperate, the phone in my pocket suddenly rang. Take it out. It's my hair. 小组, This kid got into a fight at school. The whole family moved to another city. We haven't seen each other for 3 years. Why did you suddenly think of me at this time? Because I happened to be near the night bar. So they agreed to meet here. Hung up the phone. I was a little surprised. After all, it's been so long. I really miss. And my best friend has been a coward since I was a kid. Maybe he can help with the body search. About half an hour later, we met at the door of the bar. The way this kid kills Matt really amazes me. I deliberately teased, how did you kid the general like this? The hair is hairy. I don't know how to cut. Fuck you. It's called fashion, you know. Tianzon scolded him with a smile. Stop talking about that. You haven't come back for 3 years. When I came back suddenly this time, I was halfway there. Tianzon suddenly glanced at the rooster in my arms. The rooster in my arms immediately shivered. It's like meeting some natural enemy. At this time, the corners of Tianzon's mouth twitch, show a playful smile. Ask me, what are you doing with a rooster at night? I whispered in Tianzon's ear that I told you. Don't be afraid. This rooster hides a female ghost. I'm going to help him find the body. Go to the underworld for reincarnation. Unexpectedly, Tianzon was not afraid after listening to it, and leaned over on the neck of the rooster. Touch. This scares the rooster in my arms even more. Keep shaking your wings. Struggling to escape. There's really something in there. You didn't lie to me, kid. Tianzon suddenly said the sentence. I'm confused. Does he also understand these evil things? Don't wait for me to figure it out. Tianzon patted his chest and said, don't worry. Let's go eat first. Finding his body was easy. Tonight body can help you in an hour. As he said that, he pulled me to have a drink or two. I thought he was joking. I didn't care. So we went to a random restaurant. Ordered a few side dishes. Eat and chat.